What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. So a little bit ago I got some Overture3D PLA, which comes with the build plate and a little roller. Most people are familiar, I think, by now with the Overture3D PLA. It's a good PLA. It's basically Amazon Basic. But I just saw that they came out with a TPU. I haven't tried their PETG yet, but I wanted to give their TPU a shot, as it was, you know, I think it's like 15, 16 bucks for a whole spool. And I have been using the 3D Soultech and SainSmart TPU. And the SainSmart, I love that TPU. It's the perfect hardness, and I think this is probably, I'm hoping this is the same alternative. I think the shore hardness was 95A for the SainSmart, and I think the Overture TPU said the same thing on the Amazon website where I ordered it. So I like that specific hardness for something I make, which is a gasket for the top of car struts. Try to make those out of the TPU, and which I've been doing with the SainSmart, like I said, but it's like $15 for a half a spool, or I think it's about 30 bucks for a whole spool. And this was about half the price for double the amount. So let's go ahead and open it here. So just like their PLA and all their other filaments that I know of, comes with the 10% off. This is a coupon for $10 off. But it's if you spend more than $50, I think, and you get free shipping, which is good if you need to stock up. That's probably the best bet, to go through their website. But I'm usually ordering like 1 or 2 spools at a time, so I usually just go through Amazon. Again, build plate, roller, same thing as all their other ones. So now this TPU seems to come in a different type of bag than their PLA. So PLA is in the see-through vacuum sealed, and this seems to be a silver vacuum sealed. I'm not sure why, but yeah. So let's go ahead and open her up. Vacuum seal seems pretty good. I can hear it hissing. Let's take a look. So, as always, here she is. I got the black one. I think it comes in red, orange, I think white, and I think there's one other one, but I can't remember it. But so this is the 1 kilogram spool. Says nozzle temps are 210 to 230, which I like to use about 220, 222 with the SainSmart. Bed temps 25 to 60. I just stick with 60. Printing speeds 20 to 40 millimeters a second. I think I go to, actually I have my setup right here. I go to, what are my speeds? I do usually around 20 to 30. I think millimeters. So this is about what I do anyways. So here is the material. It seems pretty stretchy. I would say on par with let's see if I can rip it. Well, I would say it's pretty goddamn stretchy. What do you think? Maybe 4 to 1? 4 to 1 on the stretchiness. Looks like a stretch from here to about here, so yeah, maybe 3 or 4 to 1. So I would say that's about on par with SainSmart. I'm gonna go ahead and just get to the meat and potatoes and go ahead and start printing with it. So let's print something with it and see how it goes. Okay, as you can see, I got it printed on my Creality Ender 3. Loads in easy. Now I have back here on my extruder, I have a custom plate that I printed from Thingiverse with that allows me to print flexible filament. So you will need to do that mod, I'm assuming, on your machine. If you have the stock extruder, you have to get something like the like this custom plate that I have, or like I said, it's on Thingiverse, or you can get the CME CNC extruder that's made for using flexible filament, but you will need to get something because it is too flexible and it'll most likely get clogged in your extruder. But anyways, here you can see it's printing now. What I said was I was printing those gaskets. Here is one printed with the SainSmart. You can see, and I'm going to do a comparison whenever this is done printing to see how close it is to using the SainSmart TPU. So I'm going to let this print and then I'll come back and see what they look like side by side. Alright, and here they are. So we got the SainSmart on the left and the Overture3D on the right. As you can see, these are the same. I printed these with the same exact settings. Now you'll notice the SainSmart on the top of it looks a little bit more bumpy and rough. That is only because this TPU was a little bit older, and obviously TPU absorbs moisture fairly quickly, so that roughness is because of that. And obviously the Overture3D was brand new, so that's why it looks a little bit smoother. But I have to say that the Overture is actually, it feels, now when you crumple them up, it doesn't seem like one is more flexible than the other, but I think that the Overture is a slight bit, it feels a slight bit more rubbery, a slight bit more flexible, without a hardness that seems to be, that the SainSmart seems to have, sort of like in the corners where it, see if I can focus here, in the corners where it gets tight, it feels a little bit more stiff here, but on this one it seems a little bit more flexible. The SainSmart seems to be looking like it may be slightly blacker, maybe with a, like, it seems like the top layer is slightly more glossy than the top layer of the Overture, but the bottom layers, I mean, the bottom layers are both pretty glossy. Honestly, it seems like the bottom layer of the Overture is glossier than the bottom layer of the SainSmart, so I don't know if that helps you out with selecting TPU, but the price, this being twice as much as the Overture3D is, for the same amount, or you know, you pay $15–16 for a half a spool, and you pay, you know, $14–15 for a full spool of the Overture3D. So I'd have to go with the Overture3D in most situations. Like I said, the SainSmart is only a hair bit stiffer. That could be because it was, you know, it's been out longer than and this being brand new. So I wouldn't even consider the hardness difference. I wouldn't really even say that's that much of a difference to mention it, but I do because this is a review and I want you to have all the information. So with that information, hopefully you can pick the correct TPU that you're looking for. Have a good one.